This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So I'm going to do a little updating here, see what's going on with natural gas and crude oil, and then we're going to check out the ETF UGA for gasoline. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, first on the docket here we have is old natural gas. So let's just take a look and see what's going on. Here we look here on your weekly chart. I pointed out this level here, 1.748. It's going to change here, but we need to close above this here for the week on Friday. Now it looks like we are above it, which is very, very nice. And if we can stay above it, then this here would be a nice bottoming candle, and maybe we can just go a little bit higher. But again, we have a lot of resistance. Look at the top of those candles before you hit the old 2.12. Now, here we look on a daily chart. Well, this is here is looking actually pretty good. Okay, so what we did is we had 4 green days. Now, what we had here is when you're below these key resistance levels here, okay, so that's your 21 simple moving average, your 8-day simple moving average, and your 50-day, then this is what happens as you get those topping tails because it doesn't want to break through. Same way with here, and it closed like right on it or below it. Now, if you notice yesterday's candle, it had a bottoming tail, and it put in a low yesterday of say 1.72, and then we have 1.72. So you had a nice, good bottoming tail right there. And then what it is today is we still have a red candle, yeah. However, now we're above your key level. So what you want to watch, let's take a look at the downside first. So you want to watch, first of all, is this 21 SMA. This is going to be your first key support level. That's 1.77, okay? Then we're going to look here at this 50 SMA, which is 1.755. That's the next key level. And then we have your 8-day at 1.743. That's the next level. But I like this 8-day. See how it's coming down. Okay, it came on down. It rolled up. Now it looks like it could be possibly roll up here again. Okay, that'd be nice. We just have that like roller coaster going on, which would push the price up much higher. Now, today's high so far, we got 1.808. Okay, what do we have here? 1.806. And then what do we have on this candle? 1.802. So now we have high, a higher high, and a higher high. That's always very good. And then we have a series pretty much of higher lows looking very, very good. Now, we have to close above that 1.80. That would be very, very key. Then we have a nice target there of 1.85. And then we can layer it up, 1.89. You have 1.92. And then this is what you're going to be looking for, that 1.943. See the trading channel we got now? Got a little bit skinnier from where we had here. But then again, the bottom price channel came up. So we still have your nice trading channel, 1.589 at the bottom, 1.943. And you're sitting right dead center here in the middle. Now, on the UNG, I scalped it first thing today. I got in a little bit late, but I got in at 15 flat, and I was out at 15.15. So I didn't get the high. I got as high as 15.20, but I'm trading 5,000 shares, okay, and I got 15 cents. Now I'm back in it again at 15 flat, okay. It's sitting at 15.11. I got to stop at 15.05. So I got to see, it's not really giving you really much here so far, but let's just see how the day shakes out here, okay. All right, let's take a look here on an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, now nothing has really much have changed except it went up a little bit higher at 1.808. Okay, so we had this is that level that we're looking for, 1.806. Now we went just a little bit higher. Okay, so now there's that series of higher highs, which is always very good. Now we had this nice double bottom, came up here, and now we held this this support level. So now we got to see if we can break out of that 1.8 level here. Very, very key. Now when you look at this chart, you can look and see like a left shoulder. We have a head situation and a right shoulder. If you can break out of that, she'll run to that 1.943 very, very quickly. But we got to see how this is all going to shake out here, okay? So it's been a little bit slow here on the old natty gas. So what we want to watch here before you hit that is you want to watch this 21-day, 1.78, and then we have your 8 SMA sitting at 1.78. So they're kind of clustered together. You got to break above that to get up there, okay? So now on the downside, this 50-day is holding nicely, and then you have that 100-day, and then we have your 200 simple moving average below that, and then you can come down to your price channel at 1.745, okay? And then obviously if that's lost, then we can just retest these support levels right here. But right now, this is still looking pretty good. It just needs a little bit of a catalyst, a little kick in the ass, as they say, to go up higher. Okay, so right now this I didn't trade any short today. I'm sure there probably was a little bit of a trade in there, but to me, I just like that. I was just trading the long, and I'm gonna see here. It's just not really giving you a whole lot here. I got 15 cents here again so far, and I got to stop in at 15.05, so that would give you, even if it sells right off here, I could get 20 cents out of that here. So not really giving you much, but sometimes you got to take what you can get, not what you want. Okay, so right now the chart here is the same. We just have to get above that 1.805, but the price channel is moving up. Obviously, if you can, then we just follow the candles here all the way and up here, but that 1.494 will become very, very in view real quick. But you got to break this 1.80 on a closing basis. That's a key. Not spike up and come down, but on a closing basis. Okay, let's take a look here at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, I was pointing out this morning, you really need to get above that key 8202, that 100 SMA, and this 8251. So far, okay, we're not looking too bad. The key is the close. Okay, if we can close above that, then you got a good shot here of running this right back up here. So again, if you can get above, then what you do is you come right to the bottom of that candle. Okay, you're looking at 84.55. Then we come to the top of this candle. Okay, you're looking at 86.18, and then obviously you have your retest at 87.67. Okay, but again, these are very, very critical here on a closing basis for the week. Now, that'd be Friday. You want to close above that 100 simple moving average and that 8 simple moving average. Now, our MACD here looking good, green above your red, bullish momentum. RSI here looking very, very good. Now, here's going to be the problem here on your daily chart, okay? Now, if you look at here what we had, it held the 50-day. Now, yesterday it came there below, made a low of 80.70. Now, today it put in a higher low at 80.88. Very, very nice. That told me that you have to take that long, okay? So UCO today, that's the oil that I trade for the ETF that got as low in pre-market. I buy a lot of stuff in pre-market down to 32.31. Now I didn't get the low, but I'm in that 32.40. Okay, the reason I went in there because it made a higher low there on the tick chart. So I got in at 340 and I'm still holding it now. So right now you're sitting at 33.60. Okay, so I'm up $1.25 on that UCO with 5,000 shares. So that's looking here very, very good trade. But however, what I'm looking for here is the oil. So when you're trading ETFs, okay, like I trade UCO for the long, SCO for the short for crude oil, you always want to chart the actual commodity like I am right here with crude oil, because ETFs, these are trading vehicles. They rebalance at the end of the day, and they're not really accurate up to my standards. Okay, so it'll always chart the actual commodity, trade the ETFs, but chart the actual commodity. Now, again, there's many ways to trade. You can do options, you can do futures, you can do a zillion ways to trade. This is just the way I choose to trade because it's very easy. These ETFs do big volume, and I'm in, I'm out. I don't have to worry about nothing. Okay, but what I am worried about on this chart here, as this is moving up, is this 8 simple moving average. See this 83.55? Now, your price is sitting at 82.98. When it gets to that area, this is where I'll be taking off at least half the position, okay, if it gets even close to that area. So if even it gets like a, say, 83.25, 83.30, I'll be looking to take some of that position off of this trade, okay? Even though I have a stop in it right now, okay, I got a stop in UCO at, got a real loose stop at 32.25. So I got a loose stop because, crude is very volatile, and the last thing I don't want to do is just get stopped out, you know what I'm saying? And then she runs up higher. So leave your stop a little bit loose here today is how I'm trading it. Okay, so now we have a nice higher high and a higher low. Very, very, very nice here, okay? So now we're above all these key levels here. So this is what you're looking for here on the upside. That was 82.84, and right now you're sitting at 82.99. But this is going to be the key level here on the crude, is going to be this 8 simple moving average at 83.55. Now, right above that, you have 84.23. That will be your next target. Now, if this does sell down here, well, then what we do is how we looked at this as resistance. Now this becomes support. So you want to look at that 82.84. You want to look to the bottom of that candle at 82.55. And then we want to look to the top of this candle at 82.29. And obviously this 50 SMA, 81.15. And then we have 79.87 here on your 200-day. But right now, this is looking good. I always like the situation. If you've been watching my videos, when you have a situation where you have a higher low, and then she rallies up and a higher high. That's always very bullish. But this 8-day, you're running right into that brick wall. Now, that being said, okay, that doesn't mean that that's the end all be all, because when we look, okay, like at this situation here, we had a nice big run up, very similar to this. Then the 8-day rolled over, the price came down, put in a bottoming tail, pretty much like what we got here, okay? We got multi-bottoming tails here. But anyway, when it rallied up, you'll notice that at 8-day rounded right back up again, which just is a very possibility that it could do. The key is you have to close on this price, has to close above that 8 SMA here, and then above that 21-day, then that 8-day will roll back up. If not, this is going to be a brick wall the first time. Again, you're not going to get through this here on a closing basis the first time. Yeah, you'll be able to pop up through it. There's no question, but I don't think you're going to be able to get through it, and close above it on the first time. Just like when you're a kid, you're on to tip over a Coke machine. You got to rock that bad boy a couple times before you're going to get over it. Okay, so always watch this 8 SMA here. Right above that here is your 21 SMA. That's going to be very, very strong resistance. Again, if we can bust above, then what you have here is 84.75. You have 85.51, and then we looked at old Sticky here at 85.64. That is the B level that we would be looking for. Then obviously if it goes higher, then I can point out everything where it's going to go. But your big target is going to be that 87.67. So downside, we really want to close above this candle, 82.84, and above that candle at 82.55. And then the top of this candle here at the 82.29. That would be very, very bullish if you could even hang in this area to see how it all goes. Now your RSI here, curling back up, looking very good. Your green is still below the red here, but if that can curl right back up, that would be very, very bullish here for the old Crude. Okay, now remember, the API report is out today at 4:30. It might be a market mover here on the old Crude ski. Okay, let's look at the ETF for gasoline. Okay, now here we have UGA. Okay, this is an ETF for gasoline. Now, again, this is not what you call a trading. This is a trading tool. However, you just have to look at the volume. The volume is absolute like nothing. Okay, so you can't go in there, balls out, and I'm going to take 50,000 shares because you're not going to get in and not going to get out of this thing. Okay, so that's what you have to look. I am long gasoline all from here, and I don't really trade this. What I do is I buy this and I take it long. Okay, going into the summer driving, usually around the Memorial Day kind of a situation. Okay, so when you look at a seasonality chart, okay, you can just go to equityclock.com, punch up gasoline, and it'll show you the seasonality chart here of gasoline. But for me, this is an easy way to trade. It's like a buy and hold situation. I buy it right after the first year, and I just hold it right into spring. And yet, I avoid all this chop because I watch it, but I know from where I bought it in this area here that it's going to run up there, and at least give me some green. That's what I always look for. Now, but what I do is because it has light volume, I ease into this slowly, okay? A couple thousand shares, maybe another 15, maybe, I ease into this slowly. And then when I sell out in just small layers. So you're really not, you can get out of it very easily also. So it came all the way down here. You're holding this key 50-day at 69.37. Very, very good. Now you can see today we got a big engulfing candle. So what you're watching on the upside is you're watching that 71.79 and this 71.88. Okay, so this is what you're going to be watching here on your gasoline ETF. Now, again, if we can get above that, then we can just follow the candles. You have 73.14 there. We have 73.88, and then there's your retest at 74.57. That's what we're going to be looking for here on the ETF here. So, again, if you can break through this area, okay, then what we'll do is we're going to be looking right there at that candle. You're looking at 76.08. Above that, we can come and retest is $80.29. Okay, so you got plenty of room to run here. And, summer driving coming in there. Nobody's going to be sitting in their house. They're going to be going, okay? And these electric cars, I know where I live here, all the dealers, they have electric cars. You want a car, you want a truck, they got 24 of any brand, anything that you want, just sitting there, nobody wants it. Okay, so gasoline is still in favor. The hybrids are really selling really good. So Tesla's earnings are coming out tonight. So watch them because now I guess he just laid off another 2,600 people out of Texas. Okay, he laid off yesterday. He laid off 40 people in the advertising going forward. He's cutting his prices. I don't know. I think that stock it's a disaster. To me, Tesla is always just a trading stock. I think they're way over skis, way overvalued on what that is actually going to do. And then when you look at this Cybertruck, there's so many problems, so many complaints with this thing. I just don't get it. They're saying that this thing wasn't ready for production, and he's just trying to get something out there. For 100 grand, I don't know. So anyway, I'm out of the short yesterday because usually going to the earnings, Tesla will run up into it. So I just took off the short. I have no position at all in Tesla right now because I just don't trust it until you get the earnings and see exactly what's happening. But all the information, everything that's coming out there is just not, the risk reward just isn't there for me. So anyway, on the gasoline, just watch that key 21 day on the upside. Watch that 8 SMA on the upside. If we can get above, we can ratchet up, and there's your big target at 74.57. Above that, here we go. You got this target 76.08 and then 80.29. On the downside, key level right here is watch that 50 SMA right there, 69.37. If that's lost, we want to look right to the bottom of this candle. That's 68.44. There's your gap. And then look to the top of that candle at 67.53. There's your fill. And then right below it, 66.80, which is your 200 simple moving average. Very, very easy chart to trade. I just say, to me, I've been long here from the 60 level, and I'm just kind of holding this thing all the way on up here, and then I will sell this out here in layers. Okay, that's what I got for you. A little natty gas, a little crude ski, and a little gasoline. I'll be back here after the pit close, and we'll go a little bit more in depth on crude oil and natural gas. Okay, thanks for watching.